All right, welcome back, everybody. Quick little break, get up, move around, grab coffees, grab whatever we needed to grab, and we are back. So, a couple DM edits. My apologies, I was doing a bad job going off of memory rather than notes. I was missing a couple. Thank you guys for catching me up. So far the group on their tour across half of Sigil ran by the Gatehouse, which is the fancy name for the gigantic hospital asylum that sits kind of central in the Hive. They had also visited past the Hive itself earlier, which belonged to the Zausaseks, correct? We covered those two, right?
Yep.
The Chaos Men, aka the Zausatex, aka the Jack Everything. The ultimate chaos is chaos. Chaos for chaos sake. The Bleak Cabal are, I mean, you guys have kind of met them a little bit through Morvis and Phineas. Nothing makes sense, and nothing's supposed to make sense. There's no meaning outside of yourself, and eventually you're going to die. And that's the summation of their faith. The ultimate nihilism, who cares, nothing matters. Nihilism. Goth, but this is the planar pinnacle of goth right here, you know.
They come out, they're all just smoking cigarettes. God, why are you guys all posers?
Damn, right. So and Morvis and Phineas are, you know, part of the Bleaknik movement. We're spreading the misery of the Bleak Cabal through music. So it's like they're trying to be bad.
I love that. I did not know that. That's awesome. I love that.
So Bleaknik is you know, it's kind of their theme, but it falls fully in with their actual. They are devout followers of the Bleak Cabal's lifestyle.
Gotcha. Like bleak. Okay, I gotcha. I knew the name, but it didn't really make any sense to me. But now I get you. Okay.
Okay. No, that's okay.
No, that makes sense. Okay.
Well, here's the cool thing, guys. I want you to ask questions. I want you to speculate because I'm introducing you guys to Planescape and likely a lot of our audience to Planescape as well. There's so much to uncover that I want you guys to help me display it organically, you know. So little things like that will be important to catch, you know. And the mortuary is the home for the Dustman Cabal, and we've talked about them. Their official core philosophy, according to Kylie, is we're all dead. Some of us are more dead than others. We explore our current state with patience. Purge our passions, and eventually ascend towards the purity of true death. You know, the idea with them is you're dead now. You just don't know when it's going to happen. You know, we all exist in a state of death. We just haven't reached the pinnacle of true death yet. You know, don't rush off to it. Explore what you have with patience, because it's going to come, and it's going to come for you eventually.
Oh, they're like the pessimists. Oh, don't you know the moment you're born you start dying? Like they're those people.
Well, no, that's more the Bleakers.
Oh, okay.
These guys are more embrace your life because it's going to end.
Gotcha.
And we're kind of here to make sure that when you're dead, you're gone.
Oh.
If you were to bind a cleric order to a faction, every grave cleric in the ever of ever would belong to the Dustmen. You know. We're not here to kill it. We're here to make sure it stays dead.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, so that's a quick and easy way to describe the Dustmen at the mortuary. So kind of jumping over, I didn't really tell you about the Shattered Temple. We didn't get close enough to see it, but we passed near it. So Kylie kind of chats with you about it. And the Shattered Temple is home to the Athar League, okay? Oh shit, where did I put that note? They really don't have a faction, but they do. The Athar League is the remains of the Oscar League, or the cult of Eoskar, i.e. the Oskian Hounds. The only person in Sigil to truly ever actually get enough believers to almost challenge the lady. And now nothing is left.
Oh yeah. That's the
Yep,
building we walk.
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That makes a lot
Yeah.
of sense.
Because
So the
isn't
people
that
that
the burnout building we walked by was from them, right?
the big gigantic huge blown up thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Now their faction is called the Athar. They call themselves the Defiers after their defying of the Lady, or the Lost, because they no longer have a home. There's still a lot of them, but no one will ever admit to being one to anyone who's not one. And what they believe is all the powers are frauds. The truth is far beyond the veil, and none of us will ever know what the truth is because of her. But they don't say the because of her out loud.
I tell you what, they sure are pushy. Like they just insist that everybody believe the same as they do.
The oath
That's
that
my
must not
only
be
problem
said.
with them. I mean, I don't care about the gods either way, but
Yeah.
you're trying to push your stuff off on me. I don't want.
Yeah, so they are a faction, but they're not really a truly powerful. I think they, and Kylie kind of, as you guys are walking along, I think they kind of take over the Athars just as proof that the gods are frauds. Someone that almost took over the city was put down. This is proof. We exist in proof that any power that calls himself a power is a fraud because they can be destroyed. But she kind of shrugs. I don't know. I'll err on the other side of caution. So we did go by the armory, correct? And talked about the Doom Guard.
Yeah.
I missed you guys on the Godsmen, the believers of the Source, who are actually in charge of the Foundry. But I kind of gave you the brief on them. All life springs from the same divine source, ascending and descending in form as the cosmos tests it, right? A little bit.
Okay. They're alchemists. Gotcha. Okay.
I think they're an interesting mindset taken to, I don't know. The problem is their source changes as often as a new power shows up.
Fair.
He's the one. Wait, no. Did you guys hear about that new one from Mystara? Wait, that's the one. Well, hey, about that Pharaoh guy. Well, that's the one. Well,
There's a lot of one.
they got a lot of sources. Their source changes repeatedly.
They're a mystery to me.
But you can't blame them for, you guys are walking. You can't blame them for being flexible, at least in their beliefs, right?
Well, I mean, the one thing that I gotta say about them is they really do embrace the whole power of positive and negative. On that, they're not wrong, but just maybe not to the extremes that they take.
She kind of looks at you and nods, and that's a good point. That's a nice way to look at it. Gosh, you're an upbeat lady. She gives you a wink.
Well, why would you?
Let's continue.
Why would you be flexible in your beliefs, though? Shouldn't you be rigid in them?
Well, there's 12 other factions that, I don't know. Are you rigid in your beliefs and you believe in nothing but destruction? As long as you firmly believe that, it's okay, right?
I mean, I don't believe in
belief is
destruction.
based on knowledge, and as you learn, you grow, and your beliefs change.
Well,
but
she kind of
knowledge that I don't.
So you guys have noticed that. Go ahead. I'm sorry, please.
I was just saying, as you gain knowledge, it might, the knowledge that you gain might challenge what you believe to be true.
Yeah.
To me, I think it's the wise person who takes into account all knowledge and, keep what's good, right? So if you're rigid in your beliefs and in your thinking, then you never can learn anything new and you can't grow as an individual.
Well, why would we need to do that? We have one purpose. We work towards that purpose.
What purpose do you have?
To take orders.
You don't have to take orders.
Then what else would I do?
Adam, what kind of orders would you give him now? I know that when you guys were fighting, that makes sense. But what kind of orders would you give him now?
I'm still assessing the situation
That's fair.
Well,
from the knowledge that I have gained from assessing the situation. I would not give any orders. Not here in a place that we do not fully understand of its culture, of its rules, of its people, and its laws, of its emotions. If a troll came up to me in Eberron, I would kill it. If a troll comes up to me here, I am not to kill it. Things are different, and I don't think Book and I have quite figured out where we are on the pecking. We don't know how safe we are. We're still assessing where we belong.
I mean, that's smart.
Well,
I think it's awesome that you are making an assessment though, and you're trying to figure out what your new normal is and maybe what your new purpose is, right?
I don't like not doing anything here though. We were built for combat. I want to do something to help someone.
Okay.
I
Well,
want to do
what are
what
the
is right.
Real quick,
But
real
it's
quick,
hard
real
to
quick.
know what
Oh, so
is
bad.
right.
You guys have noticed a visual and architectural transition, whereas it was kind of a gradual shift as you went from the Hive into the lower ward. The buildings being, like I told you, that they were getting a little bit more well defined. All of a sudden, man, all of the streets are wide, they're clean, they're well cobbled. Every building seems to be either having its own wall covered in twisted iron and razor vine, or a collection of three-story buildings built in a block with one or two alley entrances leading into their own compounds, if you will. I don't know if any of you guys obviously think Waterdeep North Ward style if you've played in that setting, in that campaign. This is you and she, and Kylie kind of stops and she, you notice her volume and her tone, everything kind of drops. Okay, this is the ladies' ward. There's no one that stops anyone from going in or out of here, but if you don't have business here, you keep your head down, you keep your voice down, and you go from point A to point B as quickly as possible. You're welcome to come past to and fro, but you don't loiter around here. If you don't have business here, the governors will make sure that you suddenly have business here. So let's go. It's beautiful, though.
As
The
we're
biggest,
walking,
finest,
I
wonderful
just
buildings.
ask
But go ahead. Go
why.
ahead.
I just ask why.
This is the ladies' ward.
so this is where all of your females live, or?
And she looks at y'all, and Kylie kind of looks at Nita and Addie and goes, "Really? Kind of the big deal, the one real big deal that you really gotta know about."
You were gonna get there.
Well, we're here,
well-
ladies.
We are. Well, you know what, Kylie? Since you're giving us such an awesome tour, we'll
And
let you
I
explain.
can
Okay.
we go in there?
Yeah, well, and you guys start walking. Well, the Lady of Pain has been part of Sigil and has been here since anyone knows, from the beginning of time to the end of time, and we assume to the end of time. She's what makes sure that this place stays the way it is. No one can come in or out of a portal without her knowledge. No portals can really even exist without her knowledge. Some people say that she's the one that creates them and closes them.
So she knows me and Book?
Maybe not knows you personally, but knows of your arrival. That's the rumor. No, I can't. That's the rumor, speculation. But
So
fact
she's
is, the truth of the matter, the dark of the matter is, the only person that can't get in and out is her and another power. Y'all know a power like a god, like a deity.
Yeah.
So
Adam has
the
one
only
of those.
That's a really big place for someone to be by themselves.
Well, no, this is where all of the fancy people, the rich people, the highfalutin folk have their homes and their castles.
Adam, you
And
know
the
how
temples
governors
are all
are.
here.
So it's not the ladies' ward that saying it.
Well, yeah, it's named after her.
I mean,
Oh,
I wouldn't be surprised if it was just for her. You know how governesses are.
So, but yes, you guys, have been walking down, and yeah, the streets are wide and spacious. The buildings are as nice as you've seen in any part of any world that you've been on. Maybe the architecture is a little bit different from your home world of Eberron or your home, But I mean, it's kind of weird because it's a mix of architectures. The blocks match themselves, but some of it looks kind of like the Central European cobble up to the white plastered walls with the brown support structure, the Bavarian cottage type of a look. Another one is just the hard stone cut dark rock Gothic. Another one looks like a Grecian marbles columns going up like the Pantheon, as it were. Just all kinds of different architectural styles mixed together, like freaking Las Vegas, damn it.
In my head, it's the Addams family's house, then it's the Brady Bunch house, and then it's Barbie's dream house. That's what's in my head.
That is fantastic.
Okay.
Whoa, what a fucking place.
Well, if you would have put Wreck-It Ralph's house before the Addams Family house, that's the Hive.
Okay. Oh no, I meant in this ward. That's what I'm seeing. Like just one house after another. It's just like those because they're just wildly different.
Absolutely, it's and they're big, they're ostentatious, they're. I mean, well, again, there's no frame of reference for our Warforged because they lived in a field for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
But to our Hivers, they're like, damn, damn. But just being here close to the seat of power is also kind of ooky for everybody. But you're still wandering along, and eventually you kind of hang a right and then hang a left, and he says, "Sorry, we're not getting anywhere near the prison where the mercy killers hang out. Justice is everything, is what they say. Proper punishment leads to perfection. Most folks call them the Red Death. They're all about justice first, righteousness later."
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, Adam, do we need to go visit this lady? Maybe she can help us get home.
I just feel bad for her. It sounds like she's by herself.
I
sounds
think
like-
maybe we'll leave the lady as a last resort.
But she seems lonely.
I don't.
Book
that
was
she-
alone in a wasteland by himself for a couple of years. I mean, maybe she just needs someone like us to come get her and not be in her own wasteland.
That's really altruistic, but I'm a little afraid of her. So I'd like
Why?
to leave her as a last. She has a reputation.
Yeah.
I'm sure
she-
she's a nice person.
No, not a good reputation.
Oh.
Dear, her name is Lady of Pain, not Lady of I Need a Date. So,
Oh.
just keep that in mind.
I think she kind of likes being herself. That's what I understood.
Well, maybe
Yeah,
we
her-
can leave her a present.
I don't think that I can package pain.
What about something that inflicts pain? Would she like a whip?
Maybe.
We can get her a whip. about-
When she can look at you and every part of your body that can be sliced open is instantaneously sliced open, and every part of you that's inside, it runs out of every one of those openings instantaneously. I don't know that she needs a whip.
Oh, she needs a bucket.
No, you need a bucket.
Oh,
We could write. Would you like to write her a note? You could just like say, "Hi, lady, love Adam," or something. I don't. I think it's nice that you want to reach out to her. I just don't know that it's necessarily.
Well,
I just hope that she has a friend. It's lonely being alone.
It ain't easy being green.
I have book and now used to and now her as I point to our tiefling.
I'm sure she's got peons or something.
Does
But
it-
are they
Crows?
really her friends?
What?
as close
Are
as
they-
she can get to having a friend.
Yeah.
I don't know that an eternal being really cares about friends.
Oh, you would definitely need friends if you're eternal. It'd get really boring by
You're
yourself.
gonna get lonely.
Wow. Maybe that's why they call it the cage. Maybe she's been bound
Oh.
here forever, and that's why she can't leave, and no other power can come here. Maybe she's like super grounded, huh?
Maybe that's
She
why
shrugs,
she's.
and you guys keep walking.
Maybe that's why she's the lady of pain, because
We should-
she's so hurt to be alone all the time.
Look, I had an idea.
What's your idea?
We should go to all the other planes and bring her back presents from there. Let's bring the other planes to her.
Mm-hmm.
If she can't visit them, let's bring her presents.
We can collect the presents and then decide at the end after collecting them all.
Kylie kind of just chuckles. He's like, you realize that literally that's what this is. There's a door to every other possible existence here, and everything comes here, and only what she wants to leave leaves. You are gifts from your world to her.
Oh,
No, we were.
is it her
accidents.
birthday?
Who knows? I don't know why you came here. I don't know how you came here, but in line of your thinking,
When
that's
is
kind
her
of
birthday?
already
We
how
get
it
her a
works.
cake.
Oh,
You're her birthday present.
well, there you go, Adam. We've already brought her a gift then. I didn't even know it.
Okay.
My present is my presence.
That's right.
Always.
Anyway, as you guys continue along,
That's really deep. Yo.
Kylie looks back at the druids and goes, "Cuckoo." She kind of walks like a broken robot for a second, then starts dancing forward again.
Hey, that's not funny. Some of my best friends are broken robots.
So you guys pass.
fucking great.
So you guys hit the city court, home of the Fraternity of Order. You ladies like them, don't you? The governors.
No, thank you.
I respect them, you know. If you need help with lore and law or knowledge, they're can't really beat them. But yeah, they are kind of stuffy.
The governors, yep. Everything has laws. Most laws are hidden. Learn the laws of the multiverse and you can rule the multiverse. That's what they believe.
That seems unfair. Why would you hide laws?
No, they believe in learning the laws.
Oh,
They believe that something else is hiding the laws. And if you can
They'll
find the
share.
law,
Yeah, they'll share their knowledge with you. They don't mind that at all. In fact,
oh.
honestly, if you have a question or a problem, they're the best people to go to. But
she says,
well,
Kylie says, I say go with the transcendent order if you want to do that. But that's just me personally. The ciphers are a little bit less stingy about holding it over to you if it actually turns out to be true than the governors are.
they are fun to watch train.
But each to their own.
Amity just caught me trying to practice their martial arts moves. I'm not very good at it, but I want to be.
I don't I don't get it.
Do you need help fighting? What martial
I
art?
just to me their whole the transcendent, the ciphers, they have like this whole mind body balance thing going that I kind of envy it. I don't have that kind of attention span. Like I can't meditate. I get distracted too easy, but it's pretty crazy some of the stuff that they're able to do by just thinking.
Yeah, they believe action without thought is its purest. Action without thought is the purest response that one can have. You train your body and your mind to act in harmony, and the spirit becomes one with the multiverse.
These motherfuckers got ultra instinct. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah,
That's what they're pushing for, is what I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's their goal.
Man, Goku up in this bitch.
What the
That's
hell?
right.
And she kind of laughed, and she's like, "Yeah, their guild headquarters, their faction headquarters, is the Great Gymnasium over there in
They're
the
trying to raise their AC.
the
by
Guildhall
using
ward."
wisdom.
Well,
Fun to
And-
watch. We should go over there and watch them sometime.
Yeah, that's really cool.
the only people that I don't get along with is the Fated.
There's lots of people that don't get
what?
along with people here.
Most of the factions don't get along with each other. That's why I don't belong to one.
That's unfortunate. We should make our own faction.
Well, what would we call the faction? Like, what would be the? If you were gonna create a faction, what would you be about?
Well,
People
Adam,
that don't have factions.
that
There's
already
already-
exists.
Those.
Adam, Adam,
Yeah, one of those.
And Kylie waves at you. She says, "We're called the Free League, the Independents. Welcome."
well, you know, Adam,
She
Adam,
says straight up, "This ain't no faction. No one tells us what to do. Keep your eyes open. Keep your options open, because no one's got the real key to the real truth. And if they do, they're not going to share it with you."
The only thing that I don't like about the independents, no offense, Kylie, is they don't. I mean, they put the other people and the other factions down so much, and I feel like most of them have a little something, that's good, that makes a difference.
The only
Uh,
good thing about the other factions, dear, is they balance each other.
But that is one good thing, isn't it? And honestly, yeah, you can look at each faction and see something good that they bring, but because it's made out of beings, and beings are as
Flawed.
imperfect gets, gonna be perfect.
well,
So-
I have an idea for a faction. You know,
Mhm.
Adam and I were kind of crusaders where we were from, and maybe we could be the crusaders of the Chaos Donut.
I don't hate that. I like
I-
that.
Crusaders of the Chaos.
Well,
Okay,
We'll teach you guys how to
Alright.
crusade. It's really easy.
So,
that's
and
really
it's like you guys have been walking and chatting and pointing at buildings and all of that kind of stuff, and you don't necessarily realize it, but you've kind of basically come from what they call downward lower part of the outer of the inside of the ring, like kind of almost corkscrewed back across yourself onto the top on the far opposite side of it. You know, when you're walking through the city, you don't notice it, but all of a sudden you start getting closer to that outer edge, to the spire side of it. You kind of realize that, all right, that's right, this place is jacked up, and this is the inside of a giant curve. As you stop and you look back the way you came, and it's just kind of a slow, gentle, yet perfectly geometric upward curve, just dotted with buildings and rooftops and chimney and smoke, and and what's really jacked up is at this point in Sigil, the pollution's not that bad, the air's actually pretty good, and you could almost swear that you see some little dude walking on the curve as it starts swooping up over you. This is probably one of the few points where you can actually see really well in high definition that it's not even like it's above you. It's almost like it's you're here and they're there type of a point on the curve. It's trippy as shit. But the buildings are all nice and big, and she's like, okay, we're almost to the market ward, guys. Sorry it took a little bit longer than I thought. I run my mouth a lot. You know, sometimes I find talking to people gives you more about them than asking them questions.
You can ask us questions.
Oh, there's no need. I'm just here to meet
Can
some
we
people.
ask you questions?
Yes, please do.
That's what
I don't really
Kylie's
have
do
any
best is
questions.
answer questions.
How'd you get your hair to do that thing that it does?
And she
I was
stops
thinking
and
the
she
same
kind of
thing.
smiles and she does this, you know, unties and it just goes poof down. I mean, it you know, Sideshow Bob type of a poof down. And then she ties it back up and
Hello,
it
boss.
gets back into the mushroom poof.
Oh, okay. Well, that
She
was
has
all the
good
questions
hair.
I had.
Hmm.
Well, that was all the questions I had for her.
Are you from England?
Out of character, just real fast. I'm sorry. With your new mic and the way that you're talking, like in Book's voice, it reminds me of that Eagleton talk show host on Parks and Rec. Does he not?
I'm here substituting for Ralph Henneman, who is substituting for John Wilkes while he is studying the migration pattern of squirrels in the northern Adirondack.
Oh man.
Perfect. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What were you saying, Andrew?
Are
You
you
were
from here?
Yeah, as far as I can remember, anyway.
Have you been anywhere else?
Yeah.
Where have you been?
A couple places on the Outlands. A few of the gate towns out there, Bedlam, Ribcage, obviously all over this place. Been to Carcerai once, didn't like it. Been to Bitopia once, was kind of nice. Arborea is cute this time of year. All times of year, honestly. That's about it so far.
How old?
Where
is
else
she?
have you been?
How old does she look?
Early mid-20s, if you were to guess. Tough to say for you only being alive for 2 years and not having any frame of reference whatsoever as a non-biological. But if you were to guess, she could be 86 for all you know.
I was about to say,
For being
yes,
honest.
you seem to be age.
Exactly. You know. But yeah, she seems to be early mid-20s based on appearance and behavior and all of that.
Okay. What was she asking?
No, she was answering your question. Oh, she said, "Where else have you been?"
Here.
And
Eberron.
just Eberron in here. That's it.
Yeah.
Makes
It's a
sense.
wide universe. Give yourself some times, guys. You want
Oh.
to go home, though, huh?
Where would you
kinda
suggest
takes
we
a
go
sad
then?
look
Not
at you.
sure. I
Oh,
just want to.
I'm not here to tell you where to go. I'm here to help you get there.
I just want to help people. I don't like walking around doing nothing when something could be getting done.
Well, there's some kind of issue with the animals. Maybe we can help the animals.
Let's go help the. Would the Lady of Pain like a pet?
Kylie,
Is
what
there a pet that causes pain?
Oh, I'm sure there's several.
is there a pet dimension, Kylie?
Well, I mean, a pet dimension?
Yeah, a dimension filled with pets.
Or animals going crazy?
Well, I mean, there's a plane filled with nothing but animals in their rawest, primalist, most naturalist forms, if you will. The Beastlands out on the far side of the Outlands, but why would you want to go there? Especially if everything's acting crazy as shit.
Maybe to figure out why it's acting crazy?
Yeah, that's like so not my pay grade, man. I don't know. I mean, I'll tell you what. If you guys are interested in it, you know, and she
It's
kind of
the
looks
right
at
thing to do.
she looks at Nita and Addie and says, "I mean, shit, you are druids. Maybe you ought to ask one of your druid compatriots if they know what's going on."
You know,
But
that's such a good idea.
It really is. You know, we kind of just we haven't really been.
you hadn't been back. I know.
Yeah.
Out of character, I know you guys haven't been back. That's kind of jerky for me to say it that way. We
I was
were,
gonna
but you
go
drug
with-
us across town to go drinking. Good point.
I was gonna go with I've had a lot of my own mushrooms.
This is your fault, Kylie, because we were headed that way, but you brought us 9 miles this way. But, well, let's go ahead, and we're almost there, and you guys have kind of crossed over, kind of on that spiral back down a little bit, and buildings. You're now in the market ward. The buildings are all lower, a lot more dense, with the occasional big freaking warehouse taking up a block here and a block there. Shops of all kinds, and apartments above the shops, and small smokestacks and all that kind of stuff going on, and more kind of noise building up. And as you look off into the distance in front of you, I mean, in between the buildings here and there, on some of the clear sight lines, you see tents, and you think you see booths and little flags and stuff, and surely within a few minutes of winding your way through the larger streets, man, this gigantic open air market, the Great Bazaar, opens up in front of you. You know, and
I walk up behind Ashley's character, and tap her on the shoulder.
did you hear her?
No.
No,
Oh, he said he walked up behind you and tapped you on your shoulder, your character.
Yes.
I want a pet.
I'm gonna cast.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Find Familiar
Can
and
we
like
get a pet?
bring out a turtle and give it to him. I have acquired a
Do you
pet for
wanna-
you.
Do you want to buy a pet?
That's a very cute little turtle, though.
I only have this many, and I hold the exact 6 gold that I got 5 from you earlier, and the 1 extra I won.
Well, I don't know that the pet street is open right now. It might still be recovering, but we can totally look. What kind of pet would you like?
What type of pets are there?
There's cats and dogs and bunnies and turtles.
Is there one that I can take with us into fights that will be able to look after itself?
Probably something bigger like a dire wolf, or maybe
Saber-toothed cat.
yeah.
Oh,
Preferably one that's not trying to eat us.
I don't.
Yeah, that would be nice. Maybe we should figure out what's going on with the animals first before we get you one, just in case.
Okay.
I don't want it to go all screwy for you.
I don't really.
You guys are sitting there at the edge of the bazaar, and you notice Kylie's nowhere to be found. There's just
Oh,
a throng
goodness.
of people everywhere.
Oh goodness.
It's very busy here, isn't it?
I'm sure she'll be able to spot me. I'm fucking book and
Yeah,
eyes sticking out my
yeah.
sword.
We're very
Yeah,
tall.
Yeah, we travel with metal beacons.
But yeah, languages. I mean, your senses of languages are all, you know what I mean, just overwhelmed with a different variety of languages. A lot of common, a lot of, I mean, it's all kinds of stuff. Easily 50 booths. Every 5th booth seems to be selling the same thing as the previous 5th booth. You know, that kind of a whole flea market kind of thing. You know, get your Sigil sunglasses here. No, man, mine are sunglasses of Sigil. No, mine are glasses de darkness de Sigil. You know, it's that kind of a horse shit. You know, we've got Target bags, we've got Target bags. You know,
Get him a little mug that says "Don't mess with Sigil."
Went to Sigil and all I got was mugged in this T-shirt. You know.
Exactly what I was gonna say. Got stolen away to Sigil, and all I got was this T-shirt. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Like a T-shirt with a big blob of goo. Don't step in the goo.
T-shirt that's got a Sharpie type to it. Been trapped in Sigil this many years.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, so I mean that's where you're at right now. You're looking around, and what are you doing? Just waiting for her to come back, or you want to kind of poke around a little bit on your own, or what?
Was this a trap? Did she bring us here so that we would be lost?
No. We're not lost. We know exactly where we are.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay, then I'll just follow
I
you.
don't come here very often because I never really have any money to spend, but it is kind of fun to walk around and look and see what people are making and buying and selling, and a lot of things that get imported from other planes you can find here, so it's kind of neat.
I should just be able to take things, shouldn't I? It should be free, some of these, right?
No,
Wow.
because it's a market. People specifically bring things here to sell or trade.
Yep.
So if I pretended to trade book, but didn't actually trade book, would that be considered stealing?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then that's when you get to meet people like the Doom Grinders.
They sound like mean people.
I wouldn't like to be sold.
They can be. Yeah, they really can be. The Sinkers are just, they're the worst. Like, they're pissed off no matter what. But, I don't know.
Mercy killers.
Yeah.
Please don't trade me.
I won't trade you book. I was just using that as an example.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're kind of stuck with us.
Oh.
Sorry in advance.
Should we go speak to one of your druid friends about the animals?
We came here for a bar.
Yeah, when we go back to the house, we're definitely going to ask about that. It's possible that they'll know. We kind of do more plants than animals, but we're not the only druids in the city. So you might know of some. It's definitely worth asking. But
Could just start yelling and ask people around here. There's lots of people.
there
We
are
can
lots of.
yell.
But I just start yelling. Does anyone know what's going on with animals wanting to help? And I'm just rinse and repeat.
I was trying to see if I had dermatology. I was just gonna be like, hello.
Please. Yeah.
And I'm not
Natty
going
is
to
just
respond with
standing
people
there
just
just-
kind of looking at you weird and going on with their day, or going on New York on you. Hey, so in here, shut up. You shut up. He's new in town. You need to be nice to him.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there looking around like maybe somebody will answer, you know?
But yeah, a couple of people like kind of just look, and I mean, kind of just
And you don't know
looking,
unless you ask.
yeah, they're looking at you weird, kind of shaking their head, getting back around their business. Nothing, unusual.
I'm wanting to help people.
Within a minute or two, Kylie pops back up almost like out of nowhere, like she's been on your back shoulder this whole time. It's like, okay, sorry about that. Had to kind of check in because welcome to the Great Bazaar. Those of us that call ourselves independents, the Free League, this is our home. The Free Bazaar, the Free Trade, the Great Bazaar. Everyone's safe to do what they need to do and take care of themselves.
We should take care of each other.
Find
Well, that's
me
what I meant.
your
we take
prettiest
care
man.
of- Your what?
I said, find me your prettiest man. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No.
I was about to say, if you asked that to
Actually,
Kirk, you could.
I'm
it could
starting
be
to
done.
have some weird deja vu.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I don't have any fireballs, alright?
Mm.
I got
can't
one
miss
spell
you,
slot
Steph.
left.
No.
That's funny. So she got okay. Let's go. We're almost there, guys. So you know, you guys kind of weave your way through the crowd, and you hear lots of voices. Hey, Kylie, I'll be back later. Yeah, I know. I'm working on it. Send me a bird. Send me a bird. It's just kind of chit chat and winks and high fives and all of that as you wind your way through. And
You're really popular, Kylie.
well, you got to be nice. The
She's
thing in
so
Sigil.
popular.
If you're not a power, you're temporary.
Are you a power?
God, heck no. A power, I guess, a deity, a god. If you're not immortal, then you're temporary. And the only thing that you have temporary are the people around you. So invest in the people. All the money in the world don't mean nothing when you're gone.
Wait.
All the cool armor and the weapons in the world don't mean anything when you're gone. So why invest in all that crap? Invest in the people around you. And she kind of says, I know everything I know because I didn't go chasing diamonds. I didn't go chasing pearls. I went chasing knowledge. I went chasing information. I went chasing people. And that's been way more profitable.
People
I
chasing.
went chasing waterfalls.
She says, speaking of, as you guys are kind of getting into the end of the bazaar area, large buildings here and there. Most looks like a warehouse kind of a section of town. And there's two or three buildings kind of stacked poorly on each other. Kind of large, maybe 100 foot across at the front of it, 150 foot deep. Looks like a kind of just a big, tall warehouse structure. Heavy duty brick walls. Kind of a 20 foot by 20 foot entry at the front of it, and two doors sitting there closed. And she says, here we are. And I mean, it looks like this just a gigantic nondescript warehouse.
Oh. I guess we are.
She kind of winks and
I'm excited. I've never been in here before.
Me either.
well, I'm not going to use the token one because we're almost out of time. I'll just throw up the regular image. Apologies. Didn't realize our jaunt would take this long. So, you open the door, come in. There's a small little, 20-foot large, smooth cobblestone in front of you. Little desk standing there. A very well-dressed barrier, which is something that'll probably be new in Planescape. Basically, it's the goat version of a centaur. Bauriar. Standing there in a nice suit, smaller than a centaur, goat body, curled horns in the front, kind of stocky body type of a dude. Greetings, welcome to Chirpers. Oh, ma'am, it's nice to see you. Your company's waiting for you. I was told that to allow you and your guests in upon arrival, everything's ready for you. And you hear his hoofs kind of clatter on the stone as he kind of waves in, and you guys, he points to the right. There's a large alcove to the right of you, several doors onto the left of you. If you have any belongings that you need to check, anything that you need stowed, taken care of, or secured while you're here, feel free to use one of our lockers. You can hang your coats and cloaks or anything else you need to in any of the other alcoves.
I'm good.
I don't have clothes.
Okay. So as you kind of start walking in, you realize instantaneously that this building is way effing bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. This is not the gridded one. When we get into the battle map, it will be gridded. As soon as you kind of come around the corner, you see a large elevated wooden, almost like a gigantic stage with a bar in the middle of it, several tables around the outside of it. Further in, there seems to be a large, huge dining area, several It's big, man. And the thing that kind of catches your eye, far across the room, almost 200 feet away from you, damn near 300 feet away, you see these large 20-foot diameter globes kind of glowing with different colors. Lots of people in here, man. Kind of a friendly, quiet atmosphere, a muted atmosphere going on, but, and that's where we're going to stop.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
And she Kylie winks and says, "Welcome to Chirpers. We'll get grab a table here and in a minute and let you guys. I don't know. We've got a theater here if you like music. They've got a really cool stained glass floor over an abyss dance floor in the back with a nice music ensemble out there. They've got this funky little garden on the outside. All the food types you could ever want. You got the Museum of Skulls over on the far side if you're into seeing dead shit. And honestly, people watching is sublime here. So maybe we can teach you boys to have some fun." And that's where we're going to pause for tonight, guys. So thank you for playing. Thank you for joining us. This will be on my YouTube channel as soon as we get it processed, saved, and encoded, hopefully before the end of the weekend. And we're back on schedule. This was the end of episode 2, session 4. Anyone else got anything to say, or are we done?
If you want to see more of Jim, Josh, and Cindy, feel free to head over to, I don't know, I'll send Jim the link. We stream every Saturday for you guys in the US, Sunday for anyone that's in Australia.
Yep.
So I'll send that over to Jim, and if you want to see a barbarian, a warlock, and a cleric running amok with 2 chaotic other characters, you can see them over there.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Alrighty, man.
I do have one more thing actually. If you actually look at this place, it's kind of designed like Jackrabbit Slim from Pulp Fiction, where it's like you have like the seating area that's like slightly elevated above like the rest of the booths that are around it, and then like right beside it would be like where the dance floor would be normally for like the Jackrabbit
Oh
Slims.
yeah.
Yeah.
They did.
Now, this is basically we're still recording, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I use Campaign Cartographer 3, and this was literally a rebuild of the original map to scale. The original map for this, everything that is here is represented by the published book. I think it was Sigil Uncaged, A Guide to Sigil, where this actual map was found in the bars detailed. So this is not homebrew. This is actually a modernization of TSR's published bar called
That's where
Chirpers.
they got
Oh
the
yeah.
layout
Yeah.
in Pulp Fiction. They
And that
stole
could be.
it.
It could be, but yeah, I knew that's what you had done, but yeah, I was noticing it while you were showing it for a second. I was like, oh, this is just Jackrabbit Slims.
I didn't see it until you said it, but I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, that is exactly what that looks like.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we need to go ahead and finish this up,
Absolutely.
and we'll chat some more.
Heck yeah.
See you all next week.
Yep.
Yep.
Thanks
see
for
ya.
watching. Thanks everyone, guys.
Bye.
We'll see you soon.